Hello and welcome guys to the SMS animation channel. Today we are going to apply the texture on our study room model which we have created in our part 1 about the study room modeling. So this is the second part about the texturing on our that study room model and its object. So let's start to apply the texture. First of all, we are going to apply the texture on our wall. So let's select this option, and before jumping over there, let's divide our viewport into two part, and here I'm going to apply the shader editor on this one. Okay, and let's close this. Okay, so as I have selected the wall, what we have to jump, we are just going to jump into the material editor data, and then we are going to apply the new material over here. Now I am just going to apply the texture on this one. So for that, what I will do, I will just press shift and A over here and search for the node which is the image texture node. So when you type, you will get this node and just connect it to over here into the base color into the principal BSDF. Now let's click onto the texture. My texture name is white rough plaster. I will provide the textures into description. I will provide the link for these textures in the description, so you can get the textures from there, which I am going to use in this tutorial. Okay, so let's click on this one. So I have the apply the diffuse texture on this one, and here we are just going to jump into the shader editor. Let's change into the normal light over here, which you can see regularly by default it is over there. Okay, so now you can see that the texture over there. Let's make the strength little bit lower so you can recognize the texture in proper way. Okay, so now you can see that the strength, and you can see the value of this output. Okay, now what we have to do, we want to apply the UV on this one. So by default it's a Q, so it was a simple UV, so I'm not going to change on that one. But for that, what I will do, shift A, search, and you can apply the node. This is a mapping node over here, so you can connect this mapping node to over here to here. Okay, and then what we need something which is called the shift A, search, and that is the texture coordinate. You have to type just TEXTURE, not this. Okay, it's delete, shift A, search, and directly you can type the coordinate. So here it is a second the texture coordinate node, and this connect, you have to disconnect it to the vector over here, UV to vector. So now you can see that it's properly and betterly applied over here. You can see the continuity of the texture also. So now it's look good enough. Now you can change the value of this one if you want to make the texture size smaller or bigger. So what you can just come over here, and if I make it 2, you can see that the size is getting really nice and amazing. It look over here. So we need something like this one, and it's going really good. So okay, I am happy with this one. If you are going to make it a smaller, if you can see that if I'm going to make something like 0.5, its size is getting so much bigger over here, but I don't exactly need that. I am just was happy with that the value of 2, and it's looked good enough to us, so I'm going with the same value over there. Now I have some another option, so let's apply the shift and D, and we want to apply some roughness on this one. So let's cancel this and open over here it is, and I'm just going to apply the roughness on this one. Okay, and let's connect this to the roughness over here, and let's apply this coordinate to the vector over here. So you can see that it's applied, changing, use some roughness over there. Okay, and it's by default, you can see that you should if it is not changed to non-color, you have to apply the non-color over here. Okay, you can see that in diffuse we use the sRGB, and in roughness we use the non-color over here. Now let's make it a duplicate from here also. Okay, and let's make it a little bit something change over there. I am just going to take a little bit away from over here, and let's take these two nodes a little bit away from over here, and I have to just take something over here. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just use this node, and I'm just going to place one more node because we are going to use the normal of our texture. So a normal mapping on our texture, so I will just use the normal map node over here. So let's connect this node to, first of all we have to cancel and open the node here, and here it is our normal. So let's apply the normal over there. Color to color you can connect over here. Okay, and then you have to connect it to the normal over here and just apply this vector to vector over here. So now what we can do, we can change the value, so you will notify what is going to be happen. If I'm going to increase the value, you can see the changes are coming, but we don't need that much of deep over there. So let's put it something like this one. Okay, let's see that how it looks. Okay, it's look good enough. Let's make little bit more lesser, something like this one. Okay, it's good enough for us. You can see that it's look nice and enough to us. If you need to increase, you can increase a little bit, but okay, for me it's good enough. Okay, this texture is going good for us. Now what I will do, I will just going to apply one more texture, which is about the displacement, and this is not compulsory. If you want to use, you can use it. You can see that it's look little bit more, so I can change the value little bit lesser, not this much. Okay, let's go for something like 1.2 is the good value over here. Yes, it's good. Okay, now I want to just duplicate this one. Press Shift and D, take it down over here. Let's remove from that, and we have to apply. And I'm just going to use the displays on this one, and let's connect. For we don't have to connect this one into the principal BSJ, but directly we have to connect into our output material output node. So for that we need one more node, which is the displacement node. Okay, so here is the displacement. Now you have to connect color to the height over here, and let's connect this displacement to the displacement over here, and let's just connect these two over here into the vector. Okay, it should be also in non-color. Here it is also in non-color, so just notify that you have to follow this procedure, so it will give you the result. Because we use normally it's a gray and white pixels over there, so it works something like that, multiplications kind of that thing, so you can work in a better way. Now you can change the value in this one also if you want to apply the displacement. I don't need more displacement, so I am just going to put it something like 0.2 or something that. Okay, 0.3 is enough. So now you can see that it's the texture is looking really nice and amazing to us. So we are leaving this wall texture over here, and it should be good for us. So let's give the name to this one. So I'm just giving the name to the wall, to this texture. Now I'm going to apply the texture on my table. So table top, so let's select this one, and I'm just going to create a new material over here. Just give the name over here. So I'm just give the name, or I will use the name just wood over there, because we are going to use this wood texture on almost our furniture into the study room. So now what I will do, I will just given the name to that, and now let's press Shift A, search, and going to create again a image texture node over here. So let's create the image texture node, color to color over here, open this one. So it is really good texture, like ancient, like our wall is little bit like this one. So now you can see that it's really nicely applied on this one. Okay, you can see that, but I will show you one procedure for that, so it will be look good for you also, and how I make this better. So for that, what you have to do the procedure, but first of all let's see that. I'm just going to select that, and in first part of the wall, when we are applying the texture, I created the node like mapping node differently and texture coordinate node differently, but you can place Control T directly over here. You can see that mapping node is coming by itself over here, and the texture coordinate node is also coming by itself over here. So you can see that the texture is remaining same. Just reason behind that, because by default if you haven't applied its UV connected, and I have already unwrapped that, but if you didn't that, so it will, the texture is not properly applied on that one. Somewhere you can found it stretchable or something like that, but you can see that it's not stretching. It's looking really nice and amazing over here. Now the thing is that, or you can directly connect, suppose with the object over here. You can see that it's getting stretching. If you apply on the generated over here option, you will see that it's also stretching, but on UV it gave me a proper result, just because I have unwrapped that. So how to unwrap these things or your other objects which we have created in this tutorial, and I have created these objects really very simple, so you can unwrap it very easily. So let me show you how can you do that. So first of all, what we can do, you can just select this object over here, jump into the edit mode, and now you can see that the dark orange line or red line on this one. So how can you apply this? So first of all, what you have to do, you have to press A and select everything. Then you have to press Control and E, so you will get the option over here. So let me first of all clear. So you will normally when you open, you can found such kind of this thing. So okay, so for now what you have to press again Control E and apply mark and seam on that. So what seams do, seams say that it will cut down every object where this seam or red line is applied. So these are now separate paper or separate kind of sunmica, so that we that a furniture man or a carpenters applied on our wood, like a for my sunmica or funmica on the table, like that one. So if I'm going to show you how it is going to be look, so if I'm going to jump into the UV editor now, and now you can see that I have already applied, but if you I have just applied the seam now. Now you can play U and unwrap. So when you say the unwrap, you can see that it's getting changed now. Okay, so what is happening when you unwrap is automatically, this is a smart way of the blender, it's automatically adjust into the wrapping over here. You can see that the different part, if I'm going to select one by one, you can see that the top over here, if I'm going to jump over here, this is the back. So if I click over here, you can see that. If I click over here, you can see that. But now you can see that the texture is getting different directions over here. See, and here you can see the different direction also. Okay, here it is a different direction, here it is a different direction. Now you want to manage this one. So how can you do that into the unwrapping thing? So first of all, what we have to do, we have to just select two part of this. So what I will do, I will just hide this wall first of all. Now I'm just going to select this object, and what I will do, I will just select this one, and I will just going to select this one. Okay, and I'm going to, okay, what I will do, first of all, we have selected both of them. Now I want to select one of over here, so I have just selected this one, then R, X and 90 degrees, so I have rotated this, then press G and take it something move over here. Okay, now what I will do, I will just press A, so both are the selected over here. And remember that which face you have selected over here, that is only selected, you can select only those portion over here, and only those portion are visible into the UV editor. So now what I will press G and take it something outside over here. Now what I will do, I will select this portion and I will select this portion over, so you can found these two over here. Now what I will do, I will press A and select both of them, then press R and I will press 90 degree over here. This is working like a 2D space. Okay, this is the 3D space, this is working like a 2D space, so it will not turn into the Z axis, remember that. Okay, so I will just move something like over here, below over here. Now what I will do, I will just select this top and this bottom over here. Okay, and then what I will do, I press A over here, then R, and I will make it a 90 degree rotation over here, and then I will make a scale little bit lower, and then press G and take move something over here, almost like this one. Now let's select everything over here, so you can see that you have the every options over here. Now what I will just select these two over here. Okay, and then press G and I am going to take it move and place over here and press scale down something like almost like this one. Okay, and press G and take something like over here, I'm putting over here. So we need everything into the this map area. Okay, so for that, now what I will do, I will just going to select these two and let's make a little bit scale down over here, and let's press G and take something over here. You can put it like over here. Now what I will do, you can see everything is selected now, and now let's see apply see our texture on this one. So you can see that the option is getting really amazing. The directions are almost going in the same way. So that was the proper texturing you have to apply on your work. So this is the basic procedure that you have to do for each and every object, wooden object which you have created, like our table, this table, this table, this table, or a window or windows panel over there. You have to clean out on the book, but other even on the book you can follow the same procedure. Okay, so now the thing is that if you are applying the texture something like that one. Okay, so now you understood this thing. So what I will do, I will apply this same texture on each and every wooden objects over here, and then I will come back very fast way. Okay guys, so now as you can see over here, let me make it a little bit minimize over there so you can see and understand. So now you can see that we have applied the texture everywhere onto the wooden objects. On the outer border of our window, I have applied the same wall texture over there. Inner boundaries, I have applied the same wooden texture on this one, and now you can see that it's looking really amazing. Now one more thing I want to show you that you can do by your side, like on this table, if I want to change the texture size, something like that one. So what you can do, you can just select this object. Now if you can see here, we have applied this texture on multiple 19 objects. So what you have to do, you have to just click on this object. So now this texture is individual, and here what you can do, you can change the value of this one. So suppose if I'm going to make this 0.2, so you can see that it's become a bigger size of texture over there, so that you can apply according to your requirement on your different objects as per your need, guys. So I am leaving it as much as possible as we have created. Now what I will do, I will just apply a texture on the book which I want to apply, and the same procedure I want to follow. But the thing is, this time we are going to use the texture is about such kind of leather texture, but I will show you how you can go for this one. Okay, so first of all, what you can do, you can just select this book over here, then you can jump into the edit mode and then press Control A again, and you can apply the mark seam over here and press A. How to apply the mark seam? That Control E, place, and just apply the mark seam over here like this one, and then you have to press the U and you have to make it unwrap. So now if you jump into the UV editor over here in this panel, you can see that the output over there. Okay, so you can adjust, and according to that you can apply the UV shader editor, and in a shader editor you can apply the shaders. So now what I will do, I will just apply the new material on this, and then I will give the name, it is like a cover. This is our book cover over here, and for that what I will do, I will just come over here. This is our texture over there. Now place Shift and A texture, and I'm just going to apply the image texture over there. So the procedure is the same. I will just going to show you the which kind of texture I'm going to use. So texture leather. Okay, I'm just going to apply the one leather diffuse texture over here. Okay, and let's apply it over here, and then what I will do, I will just place the Control T over here. So now you can see that I have already created the UV, so it's looking nice enough over there. But what you can do, you can make changes inside this one also. So now you can see that over here we can make some changes over there. Now you can select this and place 0.7, something like that one, so it will be better look over there. And then we are going to apply some other textures. So now let's do that. I am pressing Shift D, making duplicate over here, and then what I will do, I will just connected it to the roughness. Let's remove this one from over here. Let's open the texture. Okay, and we are just going to use the roughness on this one. Let's connect these two vector over here, and let's convert in to the non-color also. We have to convert it into the non-color. Okay, now it's look good. And one more node we have to apply, which is our normal. So let's select it over here, apply these two. Okay, first of all we need the normal map also, so let's make it display, and let's create the normal map over here, and let's use like this one over here to the normal, and let's apply to the normal map over there. Okay, and we have to connect it. Let's select both of this node and take a little bit back, and let's connect it over here. So it is also the non-color, and now you can change the value into the normal strength also. So now if you want to make it higher, you can create a higher. You can see that the values are getting changed over there. Okay, let's see that over here, but it's too much high, so we don't need this much value. We need a little bit lesser and something like this one. So you can see the preview over here also, so it will be good for us. Now what I want to do, I need, this is the paper inside this now. So what we have to do, we have to just create a one new shade over there, and before select this one, jump into over here, and then what we have to do, we have to just select let me hide first of all the wall so we can select it easily. Now what we have to just select this one and come over here, press jump into the edit mode, and just come into the front view so it can be easily to visible for us. Now what you have to do, you have to just select this face and then Control and Shift this face, and let's make it little bit rotate over there. Same thing you have to do it over here and press Control and Shift like something this one. Just go into the back side, Shift and Control Shift over here. Now let's create a new material over here, and you have to just click onto the new also. Now it should be the white shaded, but I want to make it little bit kind of oldish kind of thing, so I'm not going to apply the roughness, but what I will do, just making little bit darker shade over there and little bit yellowish shade on this one. Okay, done. and let's make it little bit brighter, not that much of dark over there. Okay, done. So now let's come out from over here. You can see that, okay, one more thing you have to do, that just jump into the edit mode again, and what we have to do, we have to just assign this material, and let's give the name. This is kind of pages over here. So you can see that now this kind of options over here you can see easily. So this is our book is ready over here. One more material here, you can apply the book material also. So what can I do, I will just select this option over here, and what we have to do, we have to just apply the same material on this one. So let's select this and apply the cover material first of all. Then we have to change this book shade over there. So what we have to do, just jump into the edit mode, and what here I have the selected option, the plus new, and what I will do, I will just select this material that we have created, the pages material over there, and then let's assign this one. So now you can see that we have our book material is also ready. So it's looking amazing and it's looking nice. So let's press Alt and H and let's see that. So yes, it's looking good enough, you can see over here, and it's looking really nice. Now what we have to do, you have to apply each on each and every book. You can apply the different leather material on different books as per your scene requirement and as per your work requirement. So you can apply different kind of shaders on the different kind of books also. So I will do it really very fast way, and then we are going to apply the material on our glasses over there, then our candle and our candle stand on that one. So just I will apply the material on each and every book, and I will come back. Okay guys, so now you can see that we have almost applied the texture on our books pages and on another book. So I have used two different texture. One is a white leather texture for the book cover, and one is the red leather texture for the book covers. I will provide every textures below into the description, so you can use it like that one. And you can see that I have shaded different pages over here also, so you can change the color and you can use something like that one also. So now let's apply, and I applied the windows also. You can see that over here the same textures and wooden textures on that one. So now let's apply onto the our candle stand over here. So I'm just going to apply the new shade over there, and I will make the basic color something like little bit lesser over here. Okay, this is the good one. And then what I will do, I will just use some roughness little bit high over here, or we can change the roughness in later. So leave the roughness like this one. And how can we apply the roughness on this ones? So let me show you. Let's first of all make it a full metallic over there, and then I will just apply the roughness on this one. Just for that, what I will use, I will use a Shift A search, and let's apply the ramp node over here. I'm just going to apply the color ramp node over here, and let's connect this color ramp node to the roughness, and we are just going to create a roughness by our side. So what we will do, we are just going to create a one more texture node here, so which is a noise texture. So let's create the noise texture over here, and let's connect this factor to the factor over here, and it will change as you can see now over here. So that is getting changed something onto the noise. So where is the roughness and where is the sharpness? So sharpness we can define as per our requirement. So now you can move something like over here, and you can see that the roughness and sharpness values are getting changed according to our values we apply. So I am just going to good with this one. You can change the scale value something like this one, or you can make it something bigger almost. So that's up to you how you want to go over there. Let's make it a little bit more extra. Okay, it's going to be good. And let's change the roughness value little bit. Okay, this is good one, nice enough. And let's make the change value something. Okay, it's good, it's good. Okay, so now you can see that it's look good and amazing, and you can apply as a normal map also to this one. So what we can do, you can just take it over here. You can apply shift, and let's take a normal map node over here, and I can apply the same color value to this color over here, and just apply this to the our normal also. So now you can see that it will change the values over there. Just give a little bit time, you can watch out over here. So now you can see that the values are getting changed over here, and we can change the strength value little bit lesser. We don't need that much of bump over there or values over there. We are just going to make it little bit lesser, something like this one. Okay, okay, so it's going to be good. You can see that it's looking nice, and I have applied the same texture on the other my candle portion over here. So I'm just going to select that, and let me apply the same texture on this one. This is our Where was the texture? Okay. Here it is, the material 002. So it's applied on this one also. On the candle, I will leave the same one. But yeah, for this one, I am just going to change. Yes, we can make it a little bit lighter. So let's create a new over here and just jump on this one. I'm just not going to make it something different now, and let's little bit yellowish tone over there. Okay, it's good enough. And same thing we can apply onto the another tangle over here. We are leaving it a little bit simple, so don't worry about this one. You can change according to your need. So I'm just going to apply this same material, and let's shaded over here also. So let's create a new material for this one. I am just going to take a little bit darker over here because it's burned something like this, and I'm just going to make a little bit reddish also. So now you can see that it's also done, and I'm going to apply the same texture on this another candle over here which we have. Okay, so let's select this one and let's apply the same material over on this, not this material. We have to apply the material 004. Guys, give the name to your material so it will be easy for you to select that. Now let's give the same material on these two which we have given to our candle stand. So these are the handle. So let's give that material 002 on our table's door handle, and same onto the windows door handle. So let's select this one and let's apply the same material on this one also. So you can see that we have already completed our texture part in our tutorial. Now let's hide this one. I'm just going to select this and join areas, and I'm going to apply like this one. So now you can see that it look nice. Now let's apply the camera and light on that one. So for that I will do, first of all, let's press shift and S and camera to the world, cursor to the world origin. Again press shift and S and cursor to the world origin. So now you can see that my cursor, 3D cursor, into the world origin. Now press shift and A and you can create a camera. Now you have just created the camera, but I want to adjust the camera according to my need. So first of all, what I will do, I will just make something like the adjustment of my room which I exactly want to see, something like that one. Okay, it's settled. Now what you have to do, you have to just press Control Alt and 0. So which position you have settled, at the same way camera will apply on that one. Now what you have to do, just select the camera, so it will getting yellow. Then press G and press middle mouse, so you can make it a zoom in and zoom, so you can change the focus value over here. So let's leave it and press G, and then just move the mouse, not press any middle mouse or anything. So now you can see that it's looking amazing over here. And what I will do, I will just select this one, press tab, and now what I will do, I will just select the edges over here, press 2 and select the edge over, and let's press G, and I'm just going to drag into the y-axis almost something like this one. So I want to just cover my camera over here. Okay, now what I will just going to select these things also, and this one also, this one, and this one also. This is already outside, doesn't matter you select or not, and press Z. So it's going something like this one. Okay, it's good enough. Now what I will do, I want to just apply my light on this same. So for that, what I will do, I will just press a shift A again, and I'm going to apply the, okay, just come out from over here, press shift A and apply the light which I'm going to choose the area light over here. And for that, what I will do, I will just jump over here. So we can see that. Now let's press G and Z and take up almost like something that, just jump onto the top view over here. So let's select and press top view. Now see the camera, where is camera, is over here. So I'm just going to take it near to the camera. So my light is selected, just G. Okay, select the light. Okay, select the light, then press G and shift Z and take towards the camera. Let's jump into the view over here. Okay, let's jump into the another time at top view, and let's move it something like over here onto the light portion over here. Now you can see that. Let's take it a little bit above, almost something like this. Again jump into the top view and adjust the light direction on this way. Okay, so now it's going good. Let's take it a little bit behind from the camera, and shift Z. Okay, so let's see onto the top view, and let's move it again, G and shift Z, almost behind the camera. I am going to use it now, and let's increase the value of this. Let's make it a 400, something like this. So now you can see that it's looking something amazing. Let's press the Control Alt and Control. Okay, let's adjust the scene first of all again, and let's make it whatever exactly we need to see, like this one. I want to see something my room like this. Okay, Okay, and let's place apply the camera again, Control Alt and 0 over here. Then select the camera again and then press G, and let's make a little bit zoom out, something like over here. Then press G and adjust the camera according to our requirement. Then press G again and take something like this one. Okay, and now you can see that we can found something a displacement much more over here. So for that, what we have to do, we have to just jump into the shader editor again for our room, and let's jump into the shader editor. Okay, let's select our this area and let's jump into the displacement wala option over here, and let's make it a little bit lesser, something kind of almost zero point 0.9 or something like this one. So now it's good enough, and let's change the strength value of normal also a little bit lesser. It was so much high for us at that time, so it was looking really weird or something. So let's make it a little bit less for our wall texture over there. Okay, let's make it some more less, some more less, some more. Okay, so now if we just going to mix and join area and like apply, so now you can see that weird wavy kind of thing is removed from over here, and texture is looking nice and enough over here. Okay, one more texture apply we have remaining. This is the glass texture, so I'm just going to apply the new over here. And what I will do, I will just make the change the shade little bit kind of okay, kind of just kind of bluey thing. And what I will do, I will just add the transmission value to the one over here, so you can see that it's getting changed, something like that one. And you can increase a little bit transmissions over here, just a little bit. I don't know, a little bit roughness I required over there. And then what I will do, I will just do something, apply the same material on this one also. So that was our material 005, so it's going to be applied on this one. So now you can see that the scene is little bit good enough, but we are going to change a little bit light value over there. So let's make it something like a 300. Change the value little bit and press into just press the 0, so the camera view is visible to you. If you are increased, now let's apply some render settings over here. So just jump over here into the, and we are playing with the render. If you are going to render into the EV, just change something like, I would like to change with the 256. Okay, and what I will do, I will just on the ambient occlusion now. And now what I will do, I will just change the value. You can see that as you change the values according to your requirement, you can get the result over here. If I'm going to show you over here, so this is the value of the ambient occlusion. Okay, you can see now over here in better way. See that in the shader editor, if I'm going to make it lesser, you can see that the darkness value is getting changed over there. So as per your requirement, you can change the value. I make it a little bit bigger over here, the occlusion value. Now let's jump into the render wala tab. So it is going to be good for us that this value is going to be applied. Then on the screen space reflection over here, and reflection must be on. Okay, it's going to be good over here. So this is the value and this is the scene over here, you can see. So I hope guys you like this tutorial, and now you can see our scene is almost ready. I hope you like this tutorial. Click onto the like button, share with your friends and colleagues. Also subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon, so you will get the notification of about upcoming tutorials. Thank you very much. Stay safe and enjoy your day. Goodbye guys.